Of course we do.
I know we do, but it's been so many times. But all right, so this is a variant of our 80% for our game. Basically, we have our horrendous 80%, which has a very low success rate. So to make do with that, we have now um, we devised this tournament. So basically, you have to get to a higher floor than your opponent within a 1 hour time limit. And just by that, it doesn't sound very difficult, but this game is a roguelike RPG, so nothing is guaranteed after the first floor. And the skill of the players and what they get thrown at them will determine who's the winner.
Yep.
So
we get to watch wonderful cutscenes every time. So
yeah. So we have a lot of time, unfortunately, to kill when the races start. We have roughly 6 minutes before both runners get to floor 2. That's about roughly average right now. So, listen, finals. So obviously, I think Sad Knight is going for the grand finals for names, and I think Luigi's doing his normal Luigi and Judas, I think, for names.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah, we saw floor 40 in the first grand final. Yes, that was from Captain Luigi. He managed to get up there in a sub-hour time. There's actually quite a few people who've made it to floor 40 in this race format. It's insane. I think most of them actually are held by Captain Luigi. I think he's actually the one who's possibly up the tower about 4 to 5 times throughout his tournament matches. So, and Sad Knight, I think, has done 3.
That's crazy.
Yes, Curry. Always Curry. So, our hero, Ko, or Finals and Luigi, as they are named on the games respectively, it's his 15th birthday. So instead of playing a roguelike game casually and carefully and getting basic equipment and getting stronger a little bit, and then eventually achieving your goal, we're going to throw caution to the wind, and we're going to run into a dangerous tower full of monsters off from the get-go and assume everything's going to turn out fine and we're somehow going to reach the top. That's the point of our life right now. And most likely they will die. Probably. But whoever dies on the higher floor gets the point. And it's best of 3 because this game is full of RNG.
Yep, and when we do get into the first floor, it's not random, so they're going to at least get some equipment and useful things to start out with to hopefully help.
Yeah, and they'll always be the same 5 items. The egg will always be a different colored egg, but always contain the same monster, and that will be a Plumpa egg. It'll be something like wine red egg or burgundy egg or blue egg or sky blue egg or what. It was random color, always the same monster. And then they'll have a copper sword, a wood shield, a medicinal herb, and a fireball. And the fireball will honestly be their what is Sad Knight naming? Okay.
Okay.
So finals hype. So Sad Knight is in the mood. He's taking a little bit of time lost to basically do a fun little name. Which honestly most runners have done throughout this tournament. They've done silly names. I know I'm very much one who does that. I love naming the main character Not Ko just for a small cutscene that makes me laugh. What about Ko? No. What about Not Ko? Yes, it's a great name. I'm childish. So we still have a little bit of time to kill. To anyone who's here, we have been doing this tournament, I want to say, since a month and a half to 2 months ago is when we started.
Yeah. It was
we've got
the end of March, yeah?
Yeah, it has been an absolute maddening tournament. We started off with 12 competitors. This is a double elimination tournament. As of yesterday, Sad Knight lost his first game. He actually was going completely undefeated through the entire tournament, and Captain Luigi reset the bracket. So this is for the actual tournament finish. This movement, this is a tiled-based game, like a roguelike, like Mystery Dungeon, Chocobo Dungeon, what's the Pokemon Mystery Dungeon, thing.
Yeah.
And if you move, the enemies move. So this is you won't see them really pause a lot, per se. The tutorial will make Queenie talk a lot. But this movement, you have every moment in the world to think, but the longer you take to think, the more your opponent will get higher up in the the tower than you, and you have to race as high as you can, as fast as you can, while being as safe as you can, which is almost paradoxical compared to what this stupid tower can throw at you. Sad Knight having a little bit of difficulty of walking a straight line there. All right, now we're actually onto the real game. I can't delay anymore. So this is the second floor to the 39th floor, all procedurally generated. So basically everything that will happen from here on in, we can't call, and the runners will basically have to react accordingly based on what comes up on their screens.
Yeah, so they're hopefully probably going to find something that's not a copper sword or a wooden shield as early as possible.
Well, everyone knows.
Like balls and stuff.
Yeah, but everyone knows we're all very talented with a copper sword and a wooden shield. As tournament runners, or even 80% runners, you tend to not find shields for some reason.
You'll find like 12 like wooden shields and like a leather shield, and then you're like, I guess this is my game today.
Yeah, and also like the link that was posted in chat, we actually are being restreamed in German. So thank you to the German restreamers. Hope you have a wonderful time as well. And if anyone wants to hop over there, you can watch it in German. That'd be that's an option for everyone, which is really cool. I never been on a restream stream that's been restreamed in a different language before. So hello. So both Sad Knight and Captain Luigi, they're going to be exploring floors 2 to 5 very thoroughly. Like normally, you want to run through as fast as you can, and that's fine. But they need supplies, and floors 2, 3, 4, and 5 are going to be the ones where they get the most supplies that they can carry up them with. And once they hit floor 6 to about floor 39, you're going to be running for your life.
Yeah, pretty much. You don't want to linger too long past 5.
Yeah, and Sad Knight did get a Shimoro Seed, which permanently raises his defense by 1, which doesn't sound like a lot because newer RPGs kind of blew values out of the water with breaking the 9999 damage cap. This game, 1 is a lot. 1 makes a difference between dying and living, especially with bomb traps, warp traps, paralysis traps. If you're stuck and you can't do something, you're hit by something that you're not intending, that 1 defense might end up making you live. I'm not happy where Captain Luigi is right now, because Judas is currently getting beat down. Queenie is the little blue guy following them. Everyone in the community will pronounce his name differently. Kyun is technically the most phonetically correct name. I say Queenie. Kune is another one. What do you call them, Kane?
Kune.
Kune, yeah. So if we mispronounce certain monster names, that's because none of us have really talked to each other about how we should pronounce them. We just kind of go with it and just accept that everyone's played this game in different directions. So again, we're still trying to get as much we can from this. I think, Sad Knight did use a treasure loop on his side, so he can see exactly where the items are in this. He's picking up a lot of stuff by actually picking it up, which I'm not 100% sure with. I guess he can just throw it out of the inventory after checking it.
I guess. It's about the same as walking over it for a stutter step.
Yeah. And looks like... Okay, throwing a sword actually does a good chunk of damage. I didn't realize it actually did more than his normal attack. That's interesting. It did 14 damage, and a mixture magic did 14 damage. So that's actually something to keep in mind. Things we're still learning about this game.
Yeah, I learn new things every day.
Yeah, especially how to die. Like, this game is horrible for that. Like, I didn't know I could die from this, but by golly. Yes, this game actually, yes, it's not just an 80% tower climb. We do have different categories that involve other parts of the game. The girls and not the main character and not the guy on the bottom screen. This is still going. This is the grand final, yes. There's a dating sim aspect of this game, a town building aspect of this game, and this game is actually very, very, very fleshed out for content for just a simple roguelike. Oh, we got a wooden wand for Sand Knight, so he's taking the potential curse. I don't know if he had a decurse scroll while equipping it, but he's wanting to get the mixture magic power up from the wands. I think Captain Luigi still has the good old copper sword and wooden shield.
Yeah. There's a shield there, but I missed what it was. It must not have been a good one.
No, most likely leather or wooden.
Yeah, they're the most common ones that I have see throughout the tower.
Yes, stepping on Gosha's food is always a joy. It's one of the small things I added into the game. Like if you jump on it, you don't even get to talk to him. He'll just start insulting you. It's great. I love it. There's a lot of weird things about this game, which again we're still learning. There's we typed out a guide, and then by the time we're done typing the guide, we started the tournament. And since then, we've re-edited the guide numerous times to add different small details that we always thought were common knowledge to everyone, but apparently it wasn't. So, I do believe both the runners here, I might be the only one kind of in this category, but they are not going to be doing the AI 1 manipulation, right?
I don't think either of them do. I think Captain Luigi is very aggressive, and Sand Knight doesn't use the AI switching. Mm-hmm. I like the AI switching for a lot of situations, though.
Yeah, there's different ways of playing. No two runners in this tournament have played the same. We have picked up tips off each other since the tournament has started. And Captain Luigi and Sand Knight have both had the benefit of watching so many matches and picking up different tips and tricks. Like, I don't know where Sand Knight learned about picking up items to keep them out of the inventory and putting them in if you only need them. Makes sense. But at the same time, if you just do a stutter step, it's not much different in time. So who knows?
Yeah, I think if anything, the picking up kind of is annoying because you have to go to the at hand thing in the menu and check it.
I normally just take like a small 10-second break and just clear out the inventory after like the first 20 items.
Yeah, that's usually.
It's not going to be overly too much longer than what Sand Knight is doing, but Sand Knight's probably more comfortable in like throwing. Ooh, Scarlet Wand for Sand Knight.
Oh, nice.
So okay, so we should explain the mixture magic in this game since you know. No, wouldn't want. Okay. Although all the bomb traps in the world of this current run for both runners, I've seen 3 of them now. So basically, Scarlet Wand, wands in general power up your mixture magic with Queenie, which is why you see him chanting flames onto Ko's weapon. The wands in general, if you were to they power up your mixture magic by 25%. If you had the same type, Scarlet being fire, as your monster, Queenie being naturally fire when you get him, you get an additional 25% of a boost. So all of a sudden, Sand Knight's now hitting for 23 instead of like 14 or 15 if you were to be using a copper sword mixture magic, which you can see on Captain Luigi's side of the screen. He's doing 14, and that's a bad example. Oh, it's water. That's why. There's still something to the using swords for mixture magic versus wands as well for just sheer damage too, because wands always have 1 attack power unless you have a trained wand with red sand.
Yeah, so the fire sword's actually a pretty good one to get because you get that 5 flat damage.
Mm-hmm. Then you get the boost of both, but not really so much the 1 boost. But it does make a difference when you can do naturally 5 more damage, because again, 1 damage in this game does make a big difference. Because you can see here, they've gained 4 levels. They start off with 16 life. They now have 39 at max. And this is a game where if you get hit for 20, that's over half your HP currently at this point, and it's scary.
And it's not going to take long for them to be getting hit for 20.
Yeah. And it's something that you're just going to have to adjust your head around when you're playing this game for the first time, if you're coming in from other games that have higher damage values or whatever. Like, 1 is a lot. And again, which is why like the different playstyles matter for me. Is I have AI 1 manipulation, which just means I'm adjusting Queenie's AI as much as possible
to negate as much damage as possible.
Yeah, and I try to make quick attacks basically, and then movement and positioning to get a couple extra quick attacks, so then I can hopefully not take damage, or minimize the amount of damage I take so I can survive longer. So, hello, Victor.
What's up, Victor? Yeah, if you can turn a 3-shot fight into a 2-shot fight, I think that's always worth it.
Yeah, and that's the main. Oh, poison trap on Sand Knight's side, and a frog trap. He is currently he's might leave. Hopefully,
I don't know, because he could leave.
Oh, hi, Blue.
Go into 8 as a frog is kind of scary.
Yeah, and he's checking the floor as well. There's a reversal trap. So this would be considered a trap room. There's a bomb trap behind Queenie when he tried to walk behind there. So,
Oh my
like this is a horrible. Okay, so there's different types of rooms that you can't see. There's monster den rooms. If you walk in, monsters will rain from the sky and fill the entire arena. Like, that's terrifying as it is as well.
Yeah, that's probably one of the worst.
Yeah, and then
Have.
yeah, and then there's trap rooms where it doesn't matter how large the room is. If you encounter one trap, it's like, okay, that's not that bad. That seems to be normal. Like in the room that, let's say, Sand Knight is in, which is like a 5 by 10 or something, so 50 spaces. A trap room might have 11 traps in it. And they can be random. They can be whatever they want to be. And unfortunately, I know Captain Luigi on one of his casual plays from years ago came across basically a pure bomb room. Oh, Sand Knight, that is the worst to be. Oh dear. Okay. Yeah, Sand Knight is in a horrible predicament right now. He will probably have to heal no matter what. But doing the egg bomb? Yeah, okay. And he can hopefully avoid that U-boat. Why are you fighting it and not healing?
Yeah,
Oh,
he's got
sad.
the other one behind it. Go,
Oh,
ooh.
he might lose Queenie? No, Queenie has a very small amount of health right now.
Oh gosh.
And he's healing Queenie instead of himself.
At least,
Oh, no.
please don't crit, because I think a crit could die. Okay, we're good. Yeah, well, it's,
We're good in a very light
Good-ish.
sense of the word here. Oh, Sand Knight, this was a miscalculation on every regard here.
oh gosh.
Oh dear. If he doesn't miss, he's fine. Alright. Oh, there's no U-boat immediately.
No.
Okay, he's gonna find out a horrible mistake in a second. The Confucian scrolls don't work if monsters walk through them.
It does work, but they have the U-boat being underground doesn't get affected by it.
Well, I tried throwing them in a thin hallway before, thinking I'd confuse all of them, and they just walked through them.
Oh really? Maybe
Yeah,
it's like a thing. If it's in a room, I've seen it where they walk.
It might mess up in the hallways. So,
That's possible.
but since then, Captain Luigi has taken.
Oh,
Take
there
over
goes
the lead.
Queenie.
Yeah, this, and I think they both have Scarlet ones as well. So,
Looks like it, yeah.
so Sand Knight is currently enjoying a walk with a bloom. And do I explain clowns and why they're so sought after?
Because they're awesome, I guess.
No, they're not.
Spiders are better, but
Yes,
clowns
yes,
are-
I 100% agree with that. Spiders are true top material.
But yeah, the clowns
Oh.
have a hidden ability where they get double magic levels every time they level. So a level 1 clown will have level 2, and so on and so forth. So mixture magic gets really crazy really fast when you have a clown.
Okay, Kane, how would you get out of what Sand Knight's currently in? There's a
Um,
Minova to the right of him, a Bloom to the left of him, and 10 HP, and no Queenie.
I would have pieced out during that U-boat fiasco, because I'm not sure how I'd get out of it now.
He has a copper shield. He should be able to take a single hit.
Right.
But the thing is, he's guaranteed 2.
Yeah, I would say he'd have to risk the Minerva.
Oh, he's going for the blinder, so... Oh, he called it right! Oh, man. Sad night. You should have... Yeah, wait, Crystal, just leave. Oh, yes, we should explain the losing criteria for this tournament.
Yeah, you lose when you die, if the other person gets to a higher floor count.
Yeah, so and also if you leave, so if you use Olean Fruit on a hatched monster, of your own hatched monster to return to town, or if you die, you will concede the point unless you are at the time higher than your opponent. They don't catch up to you. We have not had that in the tournament yet.
Oh, where somebody like win crystalled or something?
No, they're saying win crystal, just leave. Like in this predicament.
People won't usually do that.
Yeah, and we're currently on floor 10 with Captain Luigi, which honestly, he's in a pretty good spot right now. As long as he keeps his head in the game right now and make sure. I would be very cautious with. Yeah, we're gonna do a U-boat dance and hopefully find the elevator on Sand Knight stage.
Yeah, he's gotta go. It's gotta be
he found it.
The north, yeah.
You could look at the herb first, though, I guess.
And we get out of 8, thank goodness.
Yeah, that was a very stressful floor for him. Unfortunately, floors 7, 8, and 9 are the worst in general for a lot of new runners because of the U-boats. They are probably the biggest threat overall in the game, because by the time you come across them, you're never prepared for them if you start a brand new file.
No, never.
Like, so we should explain. This game expects you to die, like, a lot. So you gotta be greedy for the shield? No, I think he's gonna go. he considered it, probably.
Maybe. I mean, copper's not bad. He did blue sand it, so it's on the level of like a steel, I think, right now. So that's not horrible.
Medicinal herb. That's good as well. He's just gonna go straight up to 11 now. And yes, yeah, Sand Knight did name Queenie hype, and it did die. But I agree, the hype is still on. It's like when me and Kay were doing our run, I ended up naming Queenie ARPGME, and he ended up dying very early. I'm like, oh, I feel bad now.
Gosh. Yeah, I tried to name my characters every time during those matches and misspelled what I was trying to write every single time. Also, wow, that purple room on Luigi's side.
Yeah, there's what a trap room looks like. If you see the little speckles of purple on the right-hand side, I don't know why he's even going for this. This is 8 experience. I guess after 50, I guess it does make a difference.
Right. I mean, 8 experience with that many traps, that's like... Probably, like, he might get to level 10.
It's a 2-shot when it comes to Griffin. 29, 29. Yeah, there you go. So I'm curious on why Sand Knight is refusing to equip his copper sword again. He's just walking around with the Scarlet Wand.
Maybe he figures that the extra, 1 damage that he's gonna get out of it is not worth it.
And it's also the type disadvantage as well, hitting water creatures.
Right, but at this point, he's running into Niles and Krakens, so even if he had a disadvantage in genus, it wouldn't really make a difference.
Mm-hmm.
Especially since he's like level 6.
Is Captain Luigi going to use the blow-up trap after all that?
Probably.
Yeah, there you go. But yeah, it's quite amazing that Sand Knight actually pulled ahead so far. He's on... Again, this difference between fighting, although... Lucky Captain Luigi in the room with the blue collar.
Yeah, that is nice, except for that Kraken is totally awake, and you can't put in the blue collar, can you?
You can put the blue collar into your inventory, but you have to take it out, put it on the ground, and then walk over it to obtain it.
Okay, that's what it was, yeah.
I don't know what happens if you take it back home and try to sell it, though. I never tried.
I'm sure it would probably be worth as much as the Guru's Royal Pot, which is you can't sell it.
You can sell the water medallion.
It would be really funny if you sold the water medallion.
Would it be stupid if somehow the blue collar was worth 31k? That'd be the worst.
They knew that people would have that idea to like.
Yeah, years and
run
years
book
and years
lists.
ago. Yeah, I can see that being the case. Just knowing us oversight.
Oh my god.
Collar's worth 1,000. That sounds about right.
That's not worth it.
A sleep ball fully charged is 1,200 for a sell. The Sand Knight just doing great with the spells. He's finding all the spells in the world right now. Compared to, I think, last night's game with Captain Luigi. I think Captain Luigi had 7 spell balls by the end of it.
Whoa.
Yeah, he had 3 pillars of blaze and 2 fireballs, I think, in one match. So
That's
Yes.
pretty crazy.
yeah. Power leveling? No, just surviving. The Garudas, bomb trap. The Garudas are they're quick and easy kills if you have a fire spell. Manova's not so much.
No, Manovas are kind of like avoid if at all possible, especially now at 16 plus. They go from being annoying to like, whoa, these do way more damage than they should be doing.
Actually, I did figure that out actually when I was playing around with the game. They ignore defense.
Really?
Yes, I had a steel shield. I took it off. They did 17 damage. I put the steel shield on. They did 16 damage.
Huh. Wow.
Yes, I don't know why. But he's surrounded by trolls. And not just us on the commentary team. Yeah, so Sad Knight, the trolls he's coming across against, they actually do naturally ignore defense. That's the ability of the sword. So he's gonna hopefully... Yeah, okay. The blinder ball paid off there. Oh, he's still searching for that elevator. And... Oh, Captain Luigi was abusing the poison ball to get rid of the Kraken. That's a really good... Hey, I taught him that strat. I'll take credit for that. Everyone always said the poison ball was worthless till I proved it wasn't.
As long as you can do it from far enough away, it's really good.
Actually, Dadarsis proved that the water ball is probably one of the best items in the game as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't even think to pick one up until I saw
Yeah.
what it was doing.
He made his Queenie fight a killer and a dragon without dying at level 20. Yes, don't poison the Manovas. That's a very poor choice. They multiply everywhere in the game likes. Ooh, out of fireballs on that one. Sleep. There's different ways of pronouncing it. So I pronounce it Manova. I know Sand Knight pronounces I can't even pronounce it how he does.
Manueva?
Yeah, there you go. Well, they're finally on the same floor, so that shows how long Sand Knight's been struggling on his floor to find the elevator.
Yeah, he was like 3 or 4 floors up when he got to 16 originally.
Yeah. And he made a nice pickup of a monster there.
That's like the beauty and terribleness of not fighting. You either get lucky and you like find what you need quickly while avoiding things, or things won't let you avoid them and you have to like run around in circles trying just to not run into things.
It's Captain Luigi coming across the Manova. He threw the copper at the wrong one, thinking he should not be fighting that.
No.
7 HP left, okay. And we got an egg for Sand Knight. Did they agree on Garuda? Do we know?
They said no Garuda.
They said no Garuda, okay. That's not gonna work, Sand. Oh, that's right, it's in the hallway, so he didn't notice him. Yeah, so the Manovas have 3 different abilities throughout the tower, and it's quite aggravating, because the first ones you encounter just wander around, and they multiply if you hit them. The second time you come across them, they duplicate into items if there's an item in front of them. So you can exploit that in hallways by putting down a piece of copper in a thin hallway. And if a Manova walks towards it, they will naturally turn into it.
Yeah.
And the third time you come across them, Balrog and Captain Luigi's side. Explain that in a sec. And then the third time you encounter them, they can transform into other monsters that are in front of them. So then you might come across a fire monster, which happens to be Manova, and you think, oh, my wind creature will be great against it, and it won't. So, or water creature will be good against it, but it won't. So it can kind of throw you off as well. The Balrog on Captain Luigi's side, he's throwing worthless items into it to get
Worthless items.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, he didn't get anything he wanted. But unlike the tower, which has a rarity drop for most items, like copper is very common, obviously. Wood shields are very common. There's a Garuda for Sand Knight.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh, dear. We'll explain the Garuda and why it's kind of funny. Ooh, and the Picket stole a medicinal herb just before he left. Oh, dear. So I think they're not using the ability of it. I think they're going to be still able to use the actual Garuda. Because the Garuda itself is nothing special.
No, it's not even really good at all.
No.
Outside of...
It has no mixture magic as well, so... Ooh.
It's basically just going to act as like a temporary meat shield, probably not for very long.
It should be able to kill the 2 Pickets, but if it comes across anything else, it's probably going to die.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Garuda has an ability that it can use for very low MP called Abduct. And it is, before we started this tournament, we did not know about it. Baldwin ended up finding out about it, and realizing, wow, this is broken. And basically, when you abduct your main character, you get transported to a random room. So you can be in the same room, or it can teleport you to the other side of the map. So it always has priority over any other monster at any time. So you can abduct and then abduct and abduct and eventually end up in the elevator room and just walk straight up.
Yeah.
And it is insane. So basically, we have kind of a gentleman's agreement of try not to use it. I think Garuda's gonna die. Yeah, he should just probably sack it. And, I can't remember how the items affect how enemies move.
Okay. It should go, yeah.
Don't. Yeah, okay, there we go. Okay, he kept his Garuda alive, and there's a Manova. Sand Knight having a great time with this reappearing monsters out of nowhere. See, if you were to throw an item all the way down the hallway on the bottom left, it will transform because Manovas always curve around the walls. So he can block off. He's put in the wrong place. Yeah, he's.
You'd have to. No.
There goes the. So he had Garuda for a while. Sand Knight is the blind spider. Everything happening on the Sand Knight stage.
They're still on the same floor, though.
They are. Captain Luigi is catching up every time. No, he didn't do that right there.
No.
So Sand Knight doing really, really good, clean movement, but he's probably having the worst end with a one-turn sleep. That was good for the sleep ball. But he's just having the absolute worst luck happening right now to him. So that's unfortunate, but that's unfortunately the game. And this is why it's a best of 3, because we have had tournament runs which have ended on floor 4 or 5, basically, because that wasn't officially a tournament run. But yeah,
I think there was another one, like in the actual tournament that ended.
I think there was too. Oh, he's using Repel Ball on the Arachne, so I think he's kind of giving up his life here. I don't know why he did that, but hey, he picked it up though. Oh, we should explain picking up the creatures as well. It's not a guaranteed thing.
Yeah, it's a 50-50 chance.
Yeah.
Or
And
so we think.
yes, and there's another spider coming right after that Nova there as well. Oh, that's the other blind spider. Oh, nope, sorry, no, this is darker color.
Oh my.
He's having just the absolute worst time with the he's okay. So this is something that's lesser known around the community. As Luigi hits floor 20, I'm gonna switch the music because the music's really cool there. So basically, what it boils down to is the monsters on the floor will actually move in a either counterclockwise or clockwise motion. And let's see if Sand Knight can get a. He has a holy scroll. Oh no, he has a holy bell.
He has a malicious scroll.
Yeah, he might have to bank on that. Yeah, I think he's gonna have to bank on that. And try to walk away. He's trying his best to survive, that's for sure. But
he's
basically
running out of blinder as well at this point.
Yeah. But the monsters will move either counterclockwise or clockwise for that floor. So if there's this one giant circle, they'll always rotate the same way unless something turns around or something blocks their path briefly. So during this floor, I would not recommend doing that because it's confused and blind now, right?
No, the confusion more.
Oh, okay. I didn't notice that. Hopefully this is the elevator room. No, but a white sand. He'll appreciate that. But basically, when you are unfortunately for Sand Knight, he is walking against the direction of every monster on floor 18, which is why it seems like there's so many of them, even though there's probably only 9 or 10 monsters on the floor at one time.
Yeah.
Captain Luigi gonna try to use the Behel Seed there to
get away.
Leave as soon as possible. And Sand Knight sneaking by that wee dog. Get to floor 20, so... Yeah, that was the worst floor 18 in a while I've seen.
Yeah,
again,
16 and 18 were both like... Actually, you know what? 16, 17, and 18 were all pretty horrible.
We got a Monster Den!
What? Oh!
Monster Den at Captain Luigi's side!
Run away!
So, yeah, so enjoy the music, for the record.
Oh, there's a holy bell, that's cool.
Yeah, so basically, like I said before, earlier, the whole room will actually fill up with nothing but monsters, and that is unfortunately what happened there. So there's normally about 9 or 10 monsters on a floor at one time, and when you kill one, another one gets created to replace it, away from you so you don't see it spawn. Monster Den overrides that limit, so now with the 10 monsters that were on the floor, he ran away from, it looked like probably 15 monsters in that room. And basically he, so he is now on a horrendous floor, just full of monsters right now.
Lots of whom were vipers.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Like, everyone knows vipers are the easiest things to deal with in this game. Totally not the worst things in the world.
Okay.
So Sand Knight actually is, I think he's hopefully gonna get to, he's trying his best to stay away from any possible Manovas, but I think Manovas are done until floor 26 now.
Yeah, I think they are only active from like 16 to I think 18 or 19.
Yeah, they're there just to make you paranoid enough. Oh yeah, the Monster Den music is very rarely listened to. So monsters, they have a weird aggro system in this game. If you're in the same room, even if the room spans the entire floor, which can happen, they will always know where you are. Oh, okay, Captain Luigi struggling here now.
Yeah,
there's 2 vipers, the 2 unicorns above him, and a unicorn and a viper beneath him, and he has 1 hit left worth of HP. So hopefully
the salamander can kill that viper, maybe?
Yeah. Lean fruit, and yeah, okay, he should be okay. Although, Sand Knight actually has caught up to Captain Luigi. They're both on floor 23 now. So that is beyond incredible for what Sand Knight got out of and what Captain Luigi got put into. It's nice to see a monster dead in the grand finals. It makes everything a little bit more spicy than it should be.
Yeah, this is pretty ridiculous. This whole thing.
Yeah. So basically, but yeah, the monsters will follow you if you're in sight. But if you were to leave the room, and then, you know, if they get hit by something or whatever, they will curve around and ignore things and do whatever. So.
Nice poison trap here on Sand Knight's side.
Yep, always the best of luck right now for both runners. Floor 24 for Captain Luigi, so no more nice Monster Den music. Also, I've very rarely heard a soundtrack that has so much cello in it. It's pretty nice. Oh, floor 25 immediately, if nothing else happens. It's overrated. Honestly, we hear it so infrequently, that's why we like it. Why is... Oh, that's a smart move by Sand Knight. He repelled the block so he can heal himself with recovery.
That is, like, genius.
Yeah, that is a Galaxy Brain move there. Because, yeah, he has no healing items other than that, so... He's doing exactly what he needs to survive. No blinder, though, there. And the Holy Bell will be wearing off soon, so he's going to have to really consider his options here.
He could white sand the fireball and kill one of them to get out of the room.
Honestly, that would be the play. Why? Sand, you know there was repel on there. What are you doing?
Oh no!
Okay, Super Galaxy Brain at this point. Oh no, Sand Knight!
Wake up!
Oh wow, that's a long sleep. Will the Holy Bell last? Oh no, don't! Oh dear!
Wait, how is he even sleeping this long?
I don't know, but oh dear. So the Repel Ball will basically add Reflect, like Final Fantasy terms, to a monster that you use it on, so you can use spells. Fun fact, he's lost all his healing.
Yeah, he is.
I think this is game over now.
There's nothing that can be done at this point.
No, he doesn't have the resources. If he has... Oh wait, he can do one thing, but he'd have to have Garuda out already. He could potentially release Garuda above his head to give him immortality until he... Oh wait, no, Garuda's dead. Never mind. Yeah, there's nothing he could do. And there's game. There's game for Captain Luigi.
Wow.
Yeah, that is a brutal way of going down. He did great to heal himself. He had a white sand and a fireball. He could have went south, but he forgot that the repel was still on there and he put himself to sleep. So we'll be going to game 2. I'll ping them if you want to take over for a second.
Alrighty then. So yeah, that was something else. So we have 1-0 to Luigi here in the grand finals, and they will be setting up shortly for round 2. That was insane. Well, it was bad luck up until putting himself to sleep, and then it was extra bad luck that sleeping lasted for so many turns.
Yeah, sleep is really consistent.
That long.
Yeah, it can either last like 1 turn or 20, like it showed. Yeah, exactly. It went from, again, a Galaxy Brain move to I don't know what the lowest part of that Galaxy Brain move or meme is, but yeah, it went complete opposite there. Or it just went full circle. I don't know how to. So it looks like we'll get them ready soon. Choice words from Luigi about monster dens there in the Discord, but whatever. Well, it wasn't used by that monster den apparently. But the atom brain move, yes. He went from a galaxy brain move to an atom brain move. I agree with that. Alright, I'll give him a countdown in a sec here.
Okie dokie. So yeah, we're about to get to see all the wonderful cutscenes at the beginning of the game again. Look out for Mr. Eyebrow Man. He's the best character in the game. Jorah the priest. With his impressive eyebrows.
Yes, and now we have a little bit of time to kill, so who has questions? I honestly didn't think it would... That was a good run, though, because Sad Knight had probably some of the worst luck I've seen in a run, and he still made it to floor 23.
Yeah.
That's still, like, that speaks to, like, okay, we should explain. This game is punishing as all everything. But this game expects you to die at, like, floor 5. It gives you the same 5 items, and it expects you to die. And then you kind of learn from it, and you have a little bit stronger monster, and you can kind of go and do your thing. We're trying to do this on the first go. What is Jordan's hair brow to total bottom volume ratio? 1-to-1. He's actually a very small guy.
Yeah.
Why do my bonsai trees die even though Azure Dreams taught me you don't have to water them? Get plastic ones. That will help. What is this water orb strat you guys keep talking about? Okay, that actually is relevant to our run. We always used to think water orb is really, really useless. It shoots two spaces away, and it just kind of coats your monster in a protective thing. And I'm like, okay, whatever. It apparently increases its defense against fire things like 40-fold. So all of a sudden, Queenie was dying in 2 hits from a killer, could actually kill the 2 or 3, or it killed a killer and a dragon before it had to be healed. So it is a significant item that we just shrugged off as like, oh, dumb spell. It went to, wow, this can save you in a nutshell.
It took taking like 80 damage from a killer down to like, what, 4?
4 or 5, yeah.
Yeah.
And at that point, Queenie had like 80 or like 70 health or something, so. When is the next tournament? Currently in conversation. Looks like registration will be roughly, I want to say early June, but we're still working out the mechanics and what type of tournament it's going to be. It's going to be like this format, but we're trying to work around different things. Hi, I'm a mod from the Discord channel. I guess we could reintroduce ourselves to any new runners. I'm Shawnee7188.
And I'm Keen the Brain.
There we go. Any other questions, guys? We got about 4 more minutes to kill before they're on floor 2. Oh, I'll explain the tutorial floor when we get there, so it's more relevant. There's Eyebrow Man.
They're longer than he is tall.
Yeah. Again, that's a 1-to-1 ratio, because gotta take into account his bald head.
True.
Jordan's great. He recommends a casino. It's
Don't
fun
tell
grinding.
I told you about that.
Yeah.
Oh, you know how Cheryl can make dolls for a living?
Yep.
It's so creepy. Also, it's faster than making her a nurse.
Yeah, but you don't get curry.
Yeah, but you get her like, I've arranged them on the thing for you, and that's like 1,000 times funnier.
Yeah. Actually, my PS3 New Game Plus file, I was testing out Cheryl and trying to get the healing herb and stuff like that. I accidentally made her the crafts person that she is instead of the nurse. I'm like, whoops. Is there any other things banned in the Garuda strat in the tournament? Honestly, not really. We have it more or less a gentleman's agreement more than banning things. We normally talk before the match and we ask if Garuda is allowed, because some people think it breaks the game too much to be a fair race, but at the same time you have to be able to get an egg. Fun fact, I got 3 in a row in one of my races.
Yeah, and there's nothing else that's like super broken as far as we've found that people debate not using at this point.
Yeah. The thing is, I like the Dawn rule, named after John Chad H. and Don Fargo. Possibly the same person, never seen him in the same room twice, but that's beside the point. I abuse myself. But basically, the Dawn rule to the Garuda rule is on round 2, the loser of the loser, or the current loser of the set, is able to use Garuda. So it has a chance for a comeback that way. And then it's banned in 1 and banned in 3, but usable in 2 to the person who's down a match. And I think that's a great rule. Because it does give a somewhat slight advantage to the person who's down 1.
Assuming they find the Garuda.
Exactly, and that's still... actually, there was actually in our resources, someone posted the percentages. You can find a Garuda egg from the floor...
It's 12?
Yeah.
Or 11?
Floor 11 to 20. Floor 11 to 15 is a 9% chance of an egg being a Garuda. And floor 16 to 20 is a 16% chance. And yeah. And a barong egg, if you do get one, is a 3%. So if you ever got one naturally, congratulations.
Yeah, that's me twice.
Yeah. So we're on floor 2 on Sand Knight's side.
Woo! And we
So
have a
there we go.
shield. Let's hope it's a diamond.
Ooh, steel. That's still really good. It can
Yeah.
rust, but it's the second highest defense in the game, and it's cursed, so it's 5. So it's equivalent. And a bomb trap. He has 7 HP left. So Sand Knight is having great luck already. Oh no, don't worry about last questions. Ask questions, we'll answer them right away. Don't worry. Yes. Palumpa is a squishy little thing. That's probably why.
The better question is, how do the volcanoes make such large booty rocks?
Yep. Also, Sand Knight actually does have a Scarlet Wand already.
Yeah, definitely nice
So-
find.
Yeah. When is 100% races? When we get bored enough. Yeah, 100% is basically filling up the book your sister has, plus everything else we do in the bookless run. Bookless run is everything except for the sister's book. Because we don't have to try to find the eggs, which have like a 4% chance. Let's face it, we're copying Roche fruits anyway. Or Roche.
Yeah, it's definitely annoying doing the 100%.
Yeah. I plan to do one eventually at Darcis, but that'll come up later. 100. So yeah. So floor 3, like a Sand Knight, he's booking it through. Honestly, he has most of the equipment he might need. I would personally try to get a couple floors between me and Luigi and try to keep pressure on Luigi. But again, they're going to be exploring floors 2, 3, 4, 5 quite thoroughly to make sure that they get what they want for supplies.
Ooh, we have a steel sword. I guess we know who's winning now.
Yep, Steel Sword guarantees the winner. Fun fact, when me and Kane raced for the ARPG ME run, you won your first match. You ended up having a Steel Sword in your inventory.
Oh, did I?
Yep.
It's confirmed then.
Yeah, confirmed. Confirmed they are the most broken thing in the game.
So if you don't have confidence in finding a steel sword, you could always break the pot next to your house.
Yes, apparently breaking the pot guarantees good luck as well. Those were weird matches.
Yeah.
Oh, we have Captain Luigi as a frog. Hopefully Queenie's strong enough to survive.
Defend the... Oh yeah, it's 2-shot. We're good.
Oh, man. Okay, I gotta give credit to Sand Knight. He's clearly listening to the stream. Also, the runners are able to look at each other's screens because everything is random. It's not gonna make a difference if you want to know how far your opponent is ahead or behind you. Oh well. It's not gonna make a big difference in the grand scheme of things. He actually named Queenie Atom Brain.
Oh gosh.
So he actually found that quite funny. Apparently, he went with that. So that's definitely a moment we're gonna not let him live down. Like 3 steps from victory. When I was racing him, he died 3 steps away from
The elevator.
Yeah. It was so good. It's such a Again, we're a really nice community. We make fun of each other, but at the same time, if there's a meme, we're gonna exploit it.
Zen Knight's got a lot of good ones. Death by 1,000 Needles was one of my personal favorites.
Yep, the monster den full of pickets. Well, 1 damage, but if you get surrounded by 20 of them, you tend to die. And he had no way of fighting them either. Another Hazard Seek for Captain Luigi. He is getting nice and strong. Although he doesn't have the Scarlet Wand.
Oh, and he's got a Restore Scroll. So he can just
Ooh.
throw Kuni anywhere.
Yep. Which is a strat. You have resources in this game. Like, you have Queenie, your HP, how many steps it takes to do something. Like, there's a lot of different resources you have to take in consideration, which most people wouldn't. And honestly, if you use Queenie as a resource, I found out with AI manipulation, if he can take 1 hit, I can get 3 extra hits on a monster and then not get hit myself. It's worth it in the end.
For sure.
Ooh, Blaze Ball well for Captain Luigi. He's just swimming in everything but Scarlet Wands right now. Also, that Crack Trap probably took about 15 turns to disappear. If you hold down triangle and circle on the PS3 or PS control, you wait a turn. You'll see the runners do that in your elevators to try to get HP back. You get 1 HP back every 14 turns.
Yeah, and it just looks like they're standing there, and you're seeing it tick up relatively quickly, but...
Ooh, a Diamond Shield and a Holy Scroll, so... Captain Luigi getting really good... really good item luck right now. Oh, what item did Sand Knight get? I was just talking about a Diamond Shield. The Cursed Diamond Shield, but that's still not rustable. Plus, it's actually strong as a natural steel shield.
Yeah,
Still...
I think the last thing I saw of note on Sand Knights was the Blinder Ball.
Oh, yeah. The status effects for the win ones minus weak are all really useful.
Yeah.
I gave you Cursed Shield Edition, yeah. Honestly, a good shield does make all the difference. Again, defense is very crucial in this game because HP is a valuable resource, and if you can walk past enemies and get hits, do it. Don't take the extra damage, or do take the extra damage if you know you can survive it. It's a thing.
Yeah, for sure. If you have a little bit better defense, it could mean whether or not you could take that 1 hit to walk past the thing that you can't possibly kill.
No, Luigi would never be sad about a -1 Diamond Shield. The only shield which is in contention for being quote-unquote bad is the Earth Shield, because bomb traps and slam traps do so much damage to it, because all traps in this that damage you are fire-based.
Yeah, and somehow, like, the 14 that usually happens with, like, a bomb trap turns into, like, 60 if you have, like, the wind, which seems almost ridiculous.
Yep. Actually, it killed my death when I was trying to get to floor 40 on the final round that me and you had, because I stepped on a bomb trap and it did 47 damage and killed him. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm going up the last 3 floors of the tower solo.
Yeah.
That's fun. Well, I went from being comfortably safe to terrified.
Clowns have trash, like, defense to begin with.
Yeah.
Without adding in fire damage.
So Sand Knight picked up the herb, checked it, put it down, and picked it up. So I will definitely question him on that one. And okay, on Sand Knight's side, he just killed the Minova in 3 hits. With AOM manipulation, you would be able to do it theoretically in 2 and save a little bit of it, or use up a little bit more MP, but you take less, because he's doing 13 damage for a mixture magic minus the critical. That's just counteracted by I said there for 22. But the Minovas have 27 life, so if you do that 1 extra damage, you'd be able to get what you need. And you can save some HP, because again, your HP is a valuable resource, and if you know how to use it, you'll get far. I'm still waiting for someone to find a Roche fruit as well.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah, we already had a monster den on Captain Luigi's side. I want to find like a low floor Roche fruit.
What would be really great is if they found a Roche fruit, a Minova, and a Picket Egg.
Just Roche the rest of the tower.
Yeah, just catch them all.
Gotta go Pokemon, just catch them all. And there's Captain Luigi throwing a sword to do extra damage so he can two-shot the Manova. Because, again, if you are going to be wielding like a wand like Sand Knight is, you should be able to learn how to throw stuff. Because just because you can't swing the wand for a lot of damage doesn't mean you can't throw the swords for doing a lot of damage. It does make a difference after a while.
I think Captain Luigi has picked up 3 total steel swords in this match.
So he's going to win 3 times then, is what you're saying.
Apparently. He's going to climb up to 43 times and then out.
So he's going to floor 120 then, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much.
Stream 1 is Chris for Luigi. That's actually not that bad. Golf Wand is probably the one you don't want. Stream 1 will do a little bit extra damage on fire creatures. And I don't know what Sand Knight is. Oh, he's going for the higher altitude, I see.
Oof.
Oh, so he'll be able to two-shot that. Queenie is... there's a warp trap that happened. Did he set it to 1 or did he set it to 2?
He set it to 2. Maybe he's hoping.
So he's expecting...
There's like so many sleeping things in that room.
And then a Manova on this side. So Captain Luigi not having the best of luck right now. Again, you throw the swords for the most damage. So the timer is basically so to prevent people from sitting and grinding on the lower floors and feeling comfortable getting really powerful. Theoretically, you're never powerful in this game. You have a 1 hour time limit. So we have to make sure whoever's at a higher floor at the 1 hour time limit, so it doesn't go on for, 3 hours or whatever. There's a limit to how long you can grind, and 40 floors in 1 hour, 6 minutes worth of intro. To climb the floor in 54 minutes, basically, is pretty interesting for that one. Luigi missed the elevator room, skipped it. Nah, that's.
He also threw a steel sword and it missed the thing he threw it at.
Yep, it happens. It's unfortunate, but it happens. He's gonna have to take 1 hit here at least. And Sand Knight comfortably. He has Queenie, a Scarlet Wand, quite a few resources, and he's already on floor 9. So he's getting out of the really dangerous floors. He should possibly change the AI down. He's chasing Queenie now. This is why you change it so you...
He could easily change it to... Oh my gosh. Because Queenie's gonna continue running away, yep.
You can take 1 more hit. Okay. Bag him. No.
Pick him up.
Okay, as long as the bloom doesn't go near him, he's fine. So he has Queenie still. This is why warp traps are some of the worst things to go. Because if you get separated from your familiar, your wand, which is unfortunately Captain Luigi is cursed with, is worthless. So he's literally hitting for 0 damage, and he's doing lower damage against winged creatures, which aren't here right now. But yeah, floor 6 is horrible for the amount of water creatures are on there.
Yeah.
Bump trap, which wakes up the Manova. It actually affected something.
Wow. You don't see that every day.
No, the bump trap is normally the worthless trap that, you fell over. If there's a sleeping monster in the room, you wake him up. Or sleeping monsters, in some cases, and that's terrifying. So already at 17 minutes and floor 10, so he's 11 minutes to get up the tower right now, so Sand Knight's pretty flying up there right now.
Yeah, definitely. Having better luck than it was in previous. There's classes over there and he's skipping them. My heart is breaking.
Yeah, I know. There's never a reason not to pick up truth glasses or star glasses. Both of them are incredibly useful. Because the more information you have, the better.
He might just be trying to book it to the point where he can't be caught.
Honestly, about an 8th floor lead is what you need for that. At that point, it's your opponent will have to really push himself to catch, and then that's if you're playing comfortably, like I don't watch the streams of my opponents when I race because it messes me up severely, and I know that. Some people really like to know, oh, I had to go a little bit faster. That mentality can wreck people, and at the same time, it can save people. It's all everyone plays so differently.
Yeah, I like watching my opponent's stream, except when I forget to look at mine and yeah.
And fight a flame.
Yep, I thought I had over half health. I apparently had like 4 or something.
Oh, that was a false start of what that was. Why did Sand Knight drop the blue sand?
He's found 2 blue sands on this floor, but it's cursed, so he just doesn't want to take up the inventory space, hoping that he finds a decurse.
Fair enough.
Which is
shot in
sad.
shoulder for some experience.
But I think that's the right move, just because when you want a decurse, you're not finding a decurse. Oh look, 2 elevators.
Yeah, I always still hold on to them and keep them potentially for Balrongs if you come across them, and then junk them after that. Because at that point they're useless, and if you do find a decurse scroll, all the better. You know, go from there. But
Yeah,
again, it's all based on preference.
Well, by the time you get to like 16, 17, the amount of defense on your shield is mattering less and less.
Mm-hmm. Well, he did not go for the blue color, I believe, so he cannot fuse monsters in this round. He's on floor 13 now. So
to happen now then.
Also, I will plug. We do have a Discord for casual players, speedrunners, or people who want to watch more matches. This is our grand finals of the tournament, but we are working on getting a new tournament going in a couple months again. But I will post a link in the chat. If anyone is interested in joining, we have a lot of resources for new players. Feel free to join. We are more than happy to welcome new members. Even if you just want to pay attention to people who stream the game, or just you want to chat with people who like the game. It's like we are Wind Crystal. The fun thing, but yeah, we're more than happy to help new runners and new players. Even if you want to play casually and want to learn a couple things about the game, we're happy with that too.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Also, finding a Wind Crystal in this tournament is basically a salt on the wound. You never really want to find it. Like, you always want to find it on your first climb of the tower casually, because hey, you can keep your stuff and leave. In this one, it's wasted inventory and it does 1 damage. And we get a Copper Sword, Scarlet Wand, so if
a decurse happens.
Yep. Diamond Shield does not rust, and neither does the Stream Wand, so... Oh yeah, height advantages. We never did talk about that. Do you want to cover that, Kane?
Oh yeah, height advantages are super important in this game. If you're on even level, you have like, even level. And if you're 1 above, then you get extra damage, but if you're 1 below, your enemy will damage you extra, and it sucks.
Yeah, it's like 25 to 30% damage difference if you have like the elemental choices as well. There's we never explained that as well. There's fire, wind, and water. Water beats fire, think Pokemon, and then fire beats wind. Again, Charmander, Bulbasaur, and then wind beats water, like all Bulbasaur shit against Squirtles. Yes, I like Pickets and I like Bulbasaur, sue me. So, but basically, with the elemental triangle, you always have to be conscious about Kraken on Cat and Luigi's side. That's terrifying. But basically, we have everything everything you need to know about this game boils down to basically like the elemental triangle. Wow, lots of slam traps in that room, and then having good choices and good things to do and whatnot. Oh yeah, that's right. Cat and Luigi still has a restore scroll.
Oh yeah.
You picked that up so early, I completely forgot about it. That is the best thing to have in your back pocket. Because Queenie is a great resource. If you chuck them into a room, alone, which again, he's gonna have to take a hit there. Yeah. You chuck him into a room, and then Queenie will lure all the monsters to the room, and you're outside the room. And then you let all the monsters beat up Queenie, and then you can walk through the room and whatever, use Restore Scroll, and then just there you go. You got your monster back. Isn't that great?
It's absolutely.
It's horrible,
wonderful, but it's animal cruelty, so I don't do that.
Yeah, I just play Pokemon. No. Just throw Queenie in.
Although I do use Spider Queenie quite frequently as a cannon.
Sand Knight coming across a hidden Manova.
So let's throw our Oleem and pick up another one.
And nothing of
Good
value was
trade-off.
lost. Fun fact, every time you do that, the monsters are being sent back to town, so you're causing havoc there. And there you go, you can see Sand Knight waiting. Oop, there goes a Light Seed. You can see him waiting on the elevator and getting his HP back. Like I said, it is a very crucial resource, like in all RPGs, you want to have, high HP. But knowing he should have just pushed. No, you can push the spider.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, he should. You could also. There's a very lesser known mechanic in this game as well. That if you hold the direction towards a monster, you can actually shove them and step onto space. The best case scenario for Sand Knight would have been take the hit once, but walk onto the elevator so you can go up safely. But instead, he tried to do a coin flip twice and try to pick up the spider. Both times, basically got tails and said no. I assume tails is no. I just don't know. And he took over 40 points of damage, and now he's in front of a viper. So.
Oh gosh.
He can throw. Okay, he does have a frog. A frog fruit, Tumina fruit, which is a great thing.
It just stinks that now he's out of Oleem.
Yeah. Yeah, the Oleems are basically a one-shot KO. You don't get experience for getting rid of them, but they're super useful. Although Sand Knight had a lot of spells, actually.
Yeah, he's got fire for days.
Yeah, as long as he doesn't miss, he's fine. Okay, good. Because I'm pretty sure with a -1 steel shield, okay, he should leave.
Wee dogs do a
Why are you...
a sizable chunk of damage. And okay, alright, I guess that's a thing.
So, there are misses in this game. You have about a 5% chance of missing.
It feels like 50.
Yeah. You miss when you don't want to miss, and you'll always miss when you need that last crucial hit. Maybe the game has a desire sensor of some sort, like Monster Hunter. And it is brutal. Oh no. Oh. Queenie is out of MP.
Well, there's a pita fruit. Wow.
Oh, he does have one. Okay. Yeah, so basically, like Mystery Dungeon games, normally have the hunger meter. So eventually, when it runs out, you can't get any more experience or can't do damage or something along the lines. The monsters have MP. Queenie has the highest MP naturally in the game, save one monster. Oh, Sand Knight. Oh dear.
No.
Okay. I'll get back to that in a second with the MP. But yeah, so a Viper was following. I'm pretty sure he paid attention to that as well. A Viper was following him towards the elevator. So he can't command. Yeah, here's the fireballs now to try and get rid of that wee dog. He can't command his monster to sit and stay, basically, for him to get back. Oh dear.
He just has to hope that he can traverse
Just getting back to that one little room.
of rooms.
Yeah. Fun fact, he has a problem getting to elevators.
Yeah, he's got like the worst luck when it comes to like getting on an elevator.
Yeah. That's why he lost one match. He ended up dying 3 spots away from it. He would have actually taken the match 2-0 if he wasn't for that. When he knocked him into loser's bracket, not bitter. Although I would love now if we were to start the tournament again, and we have so many new runners, so many 80% runners, so many people streaming the game. I'd be so curious on how well people, or who would have actually made it to the finals, because we had 12 people. Captain Luigi was a brand new runner. Sand Knight is one of the founding people. He actually started the Discord up and stuff like that. And myself, Don Fargo, and Dead Arsis were the first 4. And then we found 12 people basically. And then from that, we're like, okay, cool, start a tournament, promote this thing. Now we have close to 200 members in the Discord server. Kane never got to enter the tournament, despite you're actually the world record holder for bookless, a category that I came up with somehow, and I thought no one else would run, but you not only took it, you ran with it.
It's so much fun.
It's the most consistent category because you actually have a strong monster by the end of it. 80% is horrible because you have Queenie, and that's pretty much it.
Yep.
Because it takes a lot of time to hatch an egg in the tower. He's going for the height advantage as well, I think. Or what are you doing?
I don't know that he wants to fight a Viper with a unicorn. Ooh. Behind him.
Oh, 1 HP! Oh! Okay.
That luck roll.
So what I explained about 1 defense just came into true there. He has a -2 steel shield. If it was -3, he would have died there.
Oh,
so... That's... Vipers become confused. Oh yeah, I guess it works in the rooms, but not in the...
Yeah, that's why I got confused.
Yeah, I've used it in the hallways, and it confuses the first one, but doesn't confuse the rest of them, so... This game is wonderfully programmed. There's no bugs in it at all. Trust me. Definitely not soft locks.
I've never seen it where everything but the copper coins spawned underneath the map.
Yep. Yeah, this game is wonderfully programmed. It makes the RNG so much better, too. Although we haven't seen a 1-room floor yet.
Today,
Although,
no.
we haven't been paying attention to Captain Luigi's side. He's currently running away from 2 spiders, and he just got hit for 25, so you can only take 1 more hit.
Evidently, Queenie's gone.
Yeah.
I missed that altogether.
He has a restore scroll, so he may have had to sack him. Oh, hi, there's a spider right beside him. Okay, no, yeah, he did beg him. Holy Scroll. Holy Scroll is the play.
Yeah, Holy Scroll for sure.
Yeah, you get a friend spider for this floor, and you're fine.
He's got to be pretty sad about how much blue sand he has that he can't use.
Yeah. And likewise, Sand Knight gonna just take a break and leave the Viper to his vipery ways. Ooh, double elevator. Oh yeah, so we should explain too. When they are loading into a floor, you can see the room kind of fade in. A lot of the runners are going to be paying a very close attention to how the elevator, or how the room is spawning in, basically.
Because you can get a glimpse of things on the floor.
Yeah, and you can honestly see when the elevator is. Like, Sand Knight saw it and he knew it was to the left. Oh wow, okay, that's 4 elevators that's been at least 1 room away from him. So he's now, there's a 7-floor difference between the runners right now. And Sand Knight is not going to be slowing down at all. Although he started, oh, okay, no, the go-up trap. Okay, he's going up even further, 8 floors.
Oh, wow.
This is an impressive run. He has actually, he might get a new PB on his 1st to 30th. So we should explain the other categories we have, because we have any percent. But all the runners in of this category in this tournament are able to submit their runs when they get to the 10th floor, 20th floor, 30th floor, and the 40th floor, which is any percent, like I said. Does he have anything to deal with that? He still has the burgundy egg. He can still... I wouldn't use a fire crystal. Yuck. Fire crystal's a little bit buggy.
Yeah, it does some weird things.
Yeah.
He actually, like, if he got really lucky, he could take any percent. world record, I think, at
Yes.
this point. But he'd have to get really lucky.
Yeah, and he's currently walking with that Manova. So basically, if he were to get to floor 30, so one more floor, he would be, I think, second place at this current pace. Just check the leaderboards quickly. I know, he's been holding off in the tournament. I've been bugging him to submit things. Because he's gotten to the top of the tower numerous times in the tournament. I know he's been there. Double elevator for Captain Luigi. He would be... It's like minus 3 minutes. He would probably be fourth place.
Wow.
Yeah, because I forgot Baldwin destroyed mine.
First at 30 is ridiculous now, then.
Yeah, the first place is 24:39. I'm second place with 27:05.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's pretty insane.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, start using those pillar balls. You don't want to get close up with a killer. Those things are just terrifying. Their special trait is they get critical hits, and 76 HP is not enough to survive. Ooh, sleep trap.
No, their critical hit damage is over 80.
Yeah.
Easily.
And you have to be, I think, level 22 to survive that. Oh, there's an egg there, so... So yeah, he's going up right when the top floor there. It was 34:59 on my side, I saw. So that would minus, let's say, 3 minutes getting the tower or something like that. He would have a fourth place time. He'd be fifth place. He'd be 20 seconds behind Wuga.
Wow.
But there you go. If that is his current best first to 30, that's a thing.
It's hilarious because when I started looking into this game, which was like right before the tournament started, I think there's like a handful of people on any given leaderboard, and it was like nowhere near as optimized as it is now. And that was only like 2 months ago.
Yeah. So it's only been very little time really for the tournament comparatively. It's like 3 months since we started the Discord. And yeah, Falfon, it's the first movement out of the house. It's normally like the naming screen and getting the Peter fruit and leaving. We got sick and tired of seeing that initially on the 80% leaderboards. Floor 31, we gotta see Beldo story there. So we just decide, hey, if we just make a save file and start from that, there's no guarantee of RNG. So just do that. Like, we don't have to watch the angel every single time. Captain Luigi just lost Queenie there.
Oh.
He's on floor 27, so he's catching up quite quickly there.
And hopefully that's... Oh, we still have Restore, so that's a thing.
Yep. So again, using Queenie as a resource. He's gonna have to take a hit.
Yeah.
Although honestly, I didn't think he'd close the gap that quickly. So okay, that's annoying. Don't use a cure-all. You will die.
Oh.
And then if he egg bombs, the egg bomb is not going to be strong enough to kill. Because killers love Beldo. Beldo's a killer. Technically true.
Just keep walking. Just keep walking.
It was, it's one... He walked against the wall, unfortunately. He's going to have to take a hit. Yeah, there you go. And that's game 2 Sand Knight.
Wow.
Yeah, there you go. We're going to game 3. 242. So yeah, that would have been... Okay, so he would have been 5th place then for it. Thank you. So I will... we can see if Sand Knight wants to go to floor 40. Like, we're still quite under time still. Sand Knight is on PB pace. So yeah, we're gonna see if he can survive to floor 40, I think. If that's alright with the speed gaming people. Because he has a ton of resources, and he's only technically 7 floors away. To put in perspective on how insane Dadarsis any percent time is, he'd be done the tower in 35 seconds.
Well, that was after the subtraction, though, wasn't it? Wasn't it like 41 or
Yeah,
something?
42. But the thing is, 39 minutes.
39 after the after movement.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Okay, yeah. So we're just gonna watch Sad Night for a bit. Captain Luigi, if you want to screw around on your side or something, just run around the town, keep eating and not paying Patty. That kind of thing. Ooh, lucky paralysis trap there.
Jump on Gosha's food. I've never actually done that.
Really? It's so fun. Oh, double glacier. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to fight them at all. He's got to rethink his life choices here.
Oh well.
Okay, and then the pillar ball is empty.
That's all she wrote.
Yeah, because they're gonna snipe him with and Adam Braid is now, and then there's the glacier. Okay, so Sand Knight's dead. The tower is so brutal at these floors. So yeah, the glaciers have an ability where they shoot, obviously, an iceberg at you, and they shoot it straight ahead. And they'll do that from like 8 spaces away, and it will push you until it hits a wall. So it can really screw with you.
It can sometimes help, but usually it's more annoying than anything else.
See if they want to have a bathroom break.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, no, the mirror shield can't reflect it. The Zoo's roar, Glacier, and his his iceberg, and Golems and their flying fist are the 3 things that can't be reflected. That are projectiles from the mirror shield. Everything else can, like low bind and all the other spells that you share with the spell balls versus the monsters. Again, yes, like Speed Gaming posted there, we do have restream in German. Again, thank you guys for doing that. It's absolutely wonderful. It's fine. So 32-17 would have been a very respectable climb to floor 30. It's basically nearly a floor every minute.
Yeah, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah. So like, it's insane, but it's a thing, and we do have different categories, like I said. And the first to 10, Captain Luigi actually holds. I think he holds the world record in that, doesn't he?
Yep, and I'm
Yeah.
pretty sure it's not going to be beaten anytime soon.
No, he did it a month ago when he was listening to one of the tournament races. So actually, I'm actually in the background audio when I was commentating the race with Sand Knight, I believe. And he got up to floor 10. There's a glitched entry you can do, and he got to floor 10 in 3 minutes and 6 seconds from first movement outside the house, which is ballistic. He had 7 elevators in the same room as him, -1. I think he was in the room above him, and he just went. Second place was done also a month ago by, is it Ehrlich? It's 3 minutes 56 seconds, and then 4 minutes for Poulet. So we're getting on to game 3 now. This is the final match of the Rock Me to the Top tournament. It has been a heck of a tournament. Respectively, they've both gotten to past floor 20 on both their attempts so far. Just, again, the game wants you to die at like floor 5 or 6 on your first entry. Getting up to that point is remarkable. And Sand Knight got to floor 33 there, so
Yeah,
it's dumb on how well all of us have improved in this tournament.
the
Because
game assumes that the blooms are going to take you out or something.
yeah, record for the top of the tower is 39 minutes from first movement outside the house. And thank you for getting them started. I didn't realize that. I didn't
Oh yeah,
realize
here
they
we
were
go.
back.
We're going.
So we have some time to kill. Who has questions? We can answer anything about the categories. We can answer anything about what's been going on in the game, the community, and also I'll take this time. We do have a Discord while we're waiting for people to post questions. Feel free to join. Casual players, speedrunners, people who just want to watch more Azure Dreams, or even check out the next tournament when it gets announced. It'll be announced there. Feel free to join. We're always happy to have new people. As well as, like, this is a game that everyone grew up with. Apparently, no one played with them. This is the universal thing in this game. What the heck is wrong with the angel baby thing? You should see it in the Japanese version. it's far worse. Like far worse.
It reminds me of like the baby son from that like creepy kids show.
Teletubbies.
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, fun fact: that little baby is now a doctor. That's actually one of the no. It was either that or that baby on the beach doing that like yeah sign or whatever. One of them grew up to be a doctor. It's really weird. Yeah, the Japanese version is far worse. So yeah, we have a little bit of time. Does anyone have any questions? Till then, actually, I think we should explain the category or the tournament again. This is the Rock Me to the Top tournament. The whole goal is to get to a higher floor in an hour's time limit than your opponent, or if somehow they die, like 90% of the runs do, you have to be a higher floor than your opponent. And if both players die on the same floor, so floor 16 on floor 16, whoever gets there first gets the point. So there's a little speedrunning aspect to it because it's still a race. And it would kind of suck if it kind of pushed to a draw numerous times. Because, let's face it, people are going to die on floor 6 or 13 or 20 and above.
Or 7.
Yeah, there you go. Thank you for posting that, Baldwin. That's not okay. That damn Japanese baby. The angel that they used.
It looks sassy.
Yeah. And they changed it for this one. Rundown in combat? Absolutely. This is a roguelike game. So you move, enemies move. And basically, you are the weakest thing in existence, and you have to get to the top of the tower. So you have this little blue guy, and he is going to be your best friend, if you like it or not. And you have to basically depend on him. And what if both players died on floor 2? Whoever got there first.
Yeah,
and
so
basically,
faster tutorial.
Yeah, and the first floor is always the same, which makes it great for a race because it's the same 5 items. We get the Palumpa egg. It'll be a randomly colored egg, but it will always be a Palumpa egg. Then we'll get a wood shield, a copper sword, a fireball, and a medicinal herb. After that, every floor from floor 2 to 39 will be procedurally generated, and all the items that they find on the floor will be random, as per roguelikes. And if you were to die, respect Luigi. Sad night. And it's final round, I think, for Captain Luigi's side as well. So it's basically this is to do this game in one go is a hell of an achievement. And 3 years ago, I think it was only me and Didarsis who had leaderboard runs at that point. And 2 years ago is when I first did my run. And I got 3 hours, but emulators were hidden by default, so I never knew Didarsis had his run. So people assumed I was the world record holder, and they kept coming to me like, "Oh, could you give me advice?" I'm like, "No, I suck." But congratulations, we now have a community of people who are constantly breaking apart this game, finding new things. We have like an Australian runner. We have like 4 or 5 European runners. We have essentially a French community between Poulet, Captain Luigi, Don Fargo, and Sand Knight. And myself soon. I plan to learn French. So we do have like a French aspect right now to it. We have it's a great game. Like I honestly I've never had a run I've been mad at after I've died. Like this is a weird game where you get disappointed if you lose a PB pace. That's natural. Yeah. When it comes to the actual game, if you die, it's your fault. It's not the game's fault. You didn't, unless bomb trap or whatever. Then the game just wants to kill you. But for the most part, it's because you made a bad step or a misclick or whatever. Like it's gonna matter. Oh, we never did explain the reason the runners are running to the right and around that room. Is they're dodging 2 text prompts that take roughly 20 seconds. So That's a little bit of a time save there. And that's actually the only real time save that they're doing. Because again, as of floor 2, where everyone is on right now, this is going to be procedurally generated and random, so we can't call it anymore. So whatever they find, they're dealing with on real time. They're thinking, or they're doing critical thinking, and the amount of math you have to know in this game and memorize is astonishing as well, because you have to know every monster, how much damage they do based on that's based on a wood shield. And it's been crazy. And so there is no same seed. The RNG seed in this game changes with every frame. It's a 60 frame per second game. There is no way to seed this game. We have looked into de-randomizing it, and it would take... We can probably get one floor, but after that, everything would be different.
Yeah, it does it based on like every single step that you take, right?
No, it's not every single step. It's every single frame that goes by in the game.
Yeah, that's impossible.
Yeah, so it's okay, this game was made by Konami. They are famous for being quarter suckers. So yes, this game was built around you dying. If this was an arcade game, this would have made them millions. So yeah, basically, the whole point of this like first climb is like, hey, play on the easy floors to floor 5. If you die on floor 6, oh well, then all of a sudden Queen's a little bit stronger, so you can make it up maybe to floor 8, and then floor 9. And you die again, but Queen's a little bit stronger, you can maybe find some decent equipment, or you find a wind crystal, you can take a shield back in or something with you. Go from there. We're trying to do this all in one go. And apparently Sand Knight's in a very, very small room with 3 monsters.
And
yes, that's actually true as well. Ko resets his level, the monsters don't. So your monster stays strong. What bell is that? Oh, Holy Bell. Holy Bells are always useful.
definitely.
Actually, what is your...
spells are useful too.
I'll ask the chat this, but I'll also ask Kane while we're waiting for responses. What is your favorite item to find in the tower? Not equipment, but item.
Probably Oleum fruits.
Oleum fruits? I am a huge sucker for the Mahel seed.
I don't like them.
You don't like them? Why not? They're great.
Because I don't remember that I have them until I'm standing right next to a monster.
Yeah, because they take 1 turn to activate, but you get 2 speed for 8 turns. Plus 30s? Okay, so basically, Acid Rainbow is a good choice too. You can temper your equipment. Blue sand, red sand. Blue will raise up defense on shields if it's not cursed, and then red sand will increase swords and the train wand. If you get plus 30, you will be doing 30 damage above what it says. And yeah, Stream Wand versus Scarlet Wand. Stream Wand on Sand Knight's side, and Captain Luigi has Scarlet Wand, so he's going to be burning through this quite quickly, pun intended. But basically, if you have the pluses to the attack, you're doing a considerable amount of damage. I have a plus 17 fire sword for my New Game Plus file on my PS3 memory card, or PS3 like digital memory card. So because of that, I can basically not use a familiar for the first 10 floors and just one-shot everything. Or like comfortably kill everything at least. So then you can save the MP for your monsters, so you can conserve them. Because MP is a crucial thing, because unlike other Mystery Dungeon games, if you run out of MP, your monster just falls to the ground and is unusable.
Yeah, it's awesome.
And if they are a heavy monster, you can't retrieve them or move them or do whatever, or pick them up and run with them like you can with Queenie and other light monsters. So, yeah. Yes, and also if you were to reset the game at any point in the tower and have a save file, the game thinks, you know what, you cheated. It puts you back home and acts like you died and removes your equipment.
Wait, what?
Yeah, this game is very smart when it comes to that one. And that is unfortunately a thing that the game does. That's why the first thing Queenie says when you get into the tower is do not touch the power button. Because if you say, and it's only happens if you save in the tower though. Like if you go to the menu and go quit and save on the memory card, the game will treat it like if you ever reload from the save file, you are dead.
Oh my god. Yeah, oh yeah, that's... Yeah, it's annoying.
Yeah.
You can reload it the one time because it assumes that you're leaving for the day.
Yes. And then
And
after
you
that,
come
you're
back,
dead.
And then after that, it's not like, yeah, it's not even like a real save anymore.
Yeah, because when you choose that quit option, you see when they go up the floors. Thank you, Sandlight, for using elevator or go up traps to prevent me from showing it off to the chat. Basically, the game is going, you know what? You are quitting, and it takes you back to the title screen after saving. So you have a one-time load. And that's how they kind of got around that system. If you were to load that up again, but reset it and try to load it again, the game says, nah, you died. And it's brutal. And you lose all your equipment. So... Also, you can kind of see the difference between the mixture magic. Sandknight is doing 8 and 9 respectively with the Stream Wand. With the extra bonus of the Scarlet Wand, Captain Luigi is doing about 15, so you can two-shot them. So it makes a big difference having that Scarlet Wand. Like the extra 25% on the 25% is really, really cool.
Yeah, it's gigantic.
Yeah.
So big that like you sometimes will forget that the initial 25% from the wand isn't really all that. I mean, it's good, but it's not like all that great.
Oh, I would not be using the Mazar seed right now. I'd keep it for later.
Yeah, well.
Because you're going to get to like floor 8 or 9 while killing stuff, and you'll get to like level 7, 8, whatever. And once you start killing pickets, I would keep it or whatever. Yes, they do. The controls don't change. The perspective does. So if you want to walk down, you still push down, but you're moving up. And it takes a while to get used to the reversal traps to know where you're moving. The more you think about it, the worse it is. But if you just play it and just know what you're doing, you're fine. But don't overthink those traps too hard.
Oh yeah, I've died because of like reversal traps before because I just can't.
Yeah. Especially if there's different heights in a reversal trap area. That's what really screws with me. And it looks like Sandknight is just going to be booking it now. He's on floor 6. 6, 7, 8, 9. He's going to try to get through immediately. This is the water segment of the early part of the game. And since you're stuck with Queenie, which is a fire monster, using fire mixture magic, you'll be doing a lot less damage. Captain Luigi is here as well, so he'll be doing the same thing, and he'll be trying to get through this as fast as possible. Captain Luigi disrespecting me potentially by not grabbing that Earth Shield. I still stand by it. It's possibly the best choice, but whatever. That's just me and all the water floors and stuff like that, and the new wells and everything that come up. But
yeah, if you have a steel shield to switch between when you walk into rooms, then I would totally grab it.
Yeah. Ooh, Queenie is... Oh, there we go. So, Captain Luigi got hit by a paralysis trap on the door frame. Well, just don't get hit by a griffin. But he got hit on the door... He got hit by a paralysis trap on a door frame, so he's outside the room according to the game. But Queenie says, oh, I'm inside the room, so there's no threat. So that's why the balloon walked right up to him and smacked him, and Queenie didn't do anything. That is the worst potential place to be hit by a trap.
Worst or best, because if you've got more HP than you're familiar, which you always will, if it decides that it's going to defend your honor, it's probably going to go get killed.
Yeah, it's never a good... Paralysis trap and the warp traps are two of the worst traps in the game, because they either just leave you helpless, or they'll leave you helpless.
Yep.
There's nothing...
Or they'll teleport you literally 2 bases away, causing you to have a minor heart before realizing that everything's okay.
Yeah. So both are at floor 7 right now. Sandknight is duking it out with this balloon, which he's really getting close to for HP for my comfort. And there's 2 Manovas coming. And a blue on his other side. Sandknight, please don't die.
Please don't die.
He should use the health seed now and take 1 hit from the bloom while picking up Queenie. That is the move. Let's see if he does it. Yep, take that 1 hit. There you go. And then you get away. That's the power of the Mahel seed.
Wow. This is not good.
No, he has a medicinal herb. He's fine. The thing is, this is why we want to get through these floors. The water monsters are brutal. All water monsters are... Okay, so... Like I said, there's 3 different types of monsters. Fire, wind, and water. Somewhere there's heart. I don't care. Bad joke. No one even... They can't even acknowledge it. Oh well.
What?
A Captain Planet joke. But anyway. So basically, when it comes down to it, is... Yeah, go Planet. Thank you, Everman. Yeah, okay, that's great. But basically, when it comes down to doing this kind of this tower climb, is the first floors are normally fire monsters. There's a noise, which is the wind creature, cyclone, which is the wind creature. But for the most part, it's mostly fire and wind, or fire and wind, and there's no water. And once you hit floor 6, blooms and manovas get introduced, which is why we call them the water segment of the floors. And basically, because of that, it's brutal. And once you come across U-boats, blooms, manovas, you'll realize that you don't do a lot of damage. And the worst part about the water floors is all water monsters are naturally bulky. Winds tend to be status inflicting, and fire tend to be physically strong. Those are the traits that they tend to share. And already having to egg bomb that U-boat to survive, that is... Sand Knight is in not a good position right now.
Yeah, this is rough. Every single water monster from 6 through 9 is formidable or annoying in some way or another.
Yeah. Oh, so spoiler spree. Plumpa is water-based. Plumpa does come back on floor 22, which is brutal because they steal the color of your monster. And they have 80 HP and they're really hard to kill. So they actually can be quite a big threat.
Yeah, if they steal your monster, like, while you're in the room with other monsters, it's very bad.
There goes respect. Oleum denied, and yeah, if you would have grabbed that Oleum fruit and somehow used it, or... Yeah, that room was brutal. And then now he's sitting there staring at a...
U-boat.
Yeah.
I saw the elevator, but it's not that close.
Yeah. And Captain Luigi was already on floor 9. So... So if Sand Knight were to die in that room, he would Captain Luigi would automatically get the point because Captain Luigi was on floor 9 first. Although Captain Luigi again is doing quite well. He has a Scarlet Wand and he's... Sand Knight is currently demonstrating Queenieless. Very considerate of him. Queenieless is what we call it when Queenie decides to possibly shawny, which is a verb that we use, or that one. I think that was actually probably before you joined King.
Oh, what?
If Queenie shawnies, or your monster shawnies.
Oh, it just walks away for no reason?
Yeah, walk away for no reason and ends up dying. There's the dad run, which you die in floor 2. And then, floor 1 or floor 2. It's dad runs for just pushing one of the days in book lists. And then if you're Shawnee, Queenie would just naturally walk away for some reason and just end up dying.
Yeah, I think the most common culprit of your monster Queenie or Shawneeing away is you jump out of the room and realize that the space that your monster was on was 2 spaces like down instead of 1 space down.
Mm-hmm.
And then it's like, oh, you're gone.
Oh man.
This is just like, it's brutal.
Yeah, Sand Knight is okay. He has the fireball, although I don't think. Okay. Yeah, the troll's not going to recognize him right away, so he can possibly get rid of the... Yeah, okay. He's definitely going to have to possibly use that Holy Bell preemptively to push himself Oh wait, okay, you picked up. Okay. Oh, Sad Night. I've never seen you have such bad luck before, man. I'm so sorry. But this is what this game is. This is why it's best of 3. Because if it was just a simple whoever wins kind of thing, yeah, no, we would have a very quick tournament.
Oh yeah, you could do it in like a weekend.
Yeah, but no, best of 3 just evens things out a little bit more. Okay, you picked up the troll, and there's another troll.
Every monster just is going towards Sad Night right now.
Again, this is what, like, again, they either walk counterclockwise or clockwise. Can he pick up the troll? That's the question here. Because he will die from a troll blowgun and
There's
a
nothing.
dreaming hit.
There's nothing there.
Nope. That's 8 damage, and oh, yes, one more. Oh! The troll missed the dreaming and shot him.
Wow.
Oh man,
Wow.
that is brutal. That is absolutely brutal. GG to Sad Knight and GG to Captain Luigi for taking it. Oh, is that right? Did I do that right?
That was like a really, really rough third tower on both sides. Really,
Yeah.
not a very good tower.
Yeah, no, Captain Luigi had the equipment. I think he actually got Scarlet Wand all three matches.
I think
But
so.
yes,
Yeah.
that was the end of our tournament. Captain Luigi takes it, and he dethrones Sad Knight, who has been sitting comfortably in the winner's bracket for the entire tournament. So that is he came from the loser's bracket, and he took it in the end. So congratulations to Captain Luigi.
Yeah. Congratulations.
See, I'll send the messages and see if I can get them in here for an interview.
Already there. Hey guys.
Hey.
Hey, welcome.
Hello, hello.
Oh man. Hey, Captain Luigi, the winner, man.
Oh man, I don't feel like it though, man. Like, oh, what a bad way to go.
The last 2 days I've really tested my my endurance. Except
No
last
kidding.
game, which was wonderful.
Oh, my last game. Yeah, you had wonderful luck, and I had the absolutely worst
Yeah.
luck. So I'm glad I got it wasted there.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, again, you had everything that everything that could go wrong on Sad Knight's side did go wrong in the second game. You somehow pulled through that, but we honestly were thinking it would just be a 2-0 for a while.
Oh yeah, absolutely. And I wanted to at least bring it to game 3, like to make people think that I was here for a reason.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's not just the Darces that took a stock from me now.
No,
Yeah.
absolutely not.
All my other matches were 2-0 other than versus him.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's actually really crazy too. Yeah, looking back at the bracket here, which is now finally done. It's been
Oh yeah, I
quite
can
some time.
update it. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
exactly.
For sure,
It's-
he was there for a reason, for sure.
Yeah. Captain Luigi again. The Darces took one game. Yeah, the Darces knocked you into the losers bracket,
Yeah.
and then you had to beat Don Chad H. Poulet, who is one hell of a racer as well, because he's
Oh,
the one
they
who knocked
both
me out of
are.
the tournament. I have to say that. And then you took out the Darcis again, or you reversed the Darcis. You took him out of the tournament. So like,
And that
It's
match
gone
is
crazy.
still probably my craziest match I've ever had.
yeah, this has been an absolutely wonderful tournament. We've had
man.
already a couple of people ask when's the next one. We're working on that, so don't worry.
Oh, absolutely. Actually, we're probably going to be talking about it. There's going to be a debrief on my Twitch channel, send _night_, and we will actually talk about it tonight. So it's going to be at 7 p.m. Eastern time.
I'm gonna post your channel in the
yeah,
or
thank
in
you.
the thing.
Yeah, it's gonna be tonight. So if you guys want to come in, we're absolutely gonna do the trophy award. There was a trophy to win. There's gonna be a trophy award, and we're gonna do some lemon prizes and stuff like that, and other awards. And we're gonna talk about the future for the community because it has grown from 4 weird people to 200 weird people. So that's cool.
Oh, do we actually have 200 officially now?
Oh, do we?
Do we?
Close enough.
We have
think it's
198.
Okay, close enough. Then let's post the
Dang.
link in chat and make it 200. Who in chat right now is going to be our 200th member?
Yeah.
That's the
So-
question.
To get to the races, I want to know your general thoughts on the first match in general. Like, we'll go through it. It's the first match in general. What was going through your guys' mind?
For the first match, actually, I was hit pretty hard from the get-go, but I definitely wanted to make sure that if I was to lose, at least I would fight back, like with what I had. And then there was the Galaxy Brain play, and then the Atom Brain
Yeah.
back to back. So I like the Galaxy Blade, was cool, but then I tried it. I knew it was probably going to bounce back, but I thought that the Holy Bell would last longer than.
Is that what you were doing?
What do you mean?
I saw you sleeping at one point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I slept. I repelled an enemy and then I slept it. I tried to sleep it. Yeah.
Yeah. And he repelled the enemy to use recovery ball. He recovered roughly 60 health.
Mhm.
And then he waited a couple turns. He's like, I'm going to sleep that same enemy. And he fell asleep. And it lasted the longest sleep I've ever seen.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
And the Holy Bell wore off. And then they all walked around him. He lost everything. I think in general, you netted 2 HP from the end of it.
Oh yeah, I slept for like seriously around about 30 rounds. That was
Wow.
crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was definitely again we were like, oh, Galaxy Brain move. Then it's like he just slept the thing he used repel on. I'm like, what is the opposite of that?
Oh, we have a 200 member. Yeah.
There we go.
Pew, pew, yeah.
At the end
And
of the
on my side, did you like that monster den that I walked into?
Oh, at
Oh,
that
yeah,
point,
that
it
was
was like, I really want you to die to it, so at least I get a chance to bring
I
it
got-
home.
I got lucky because it was the
Yeah.
first step in.
yeah.
But I also could have used the Holy Bell, but I decided against it
Yeah,
and
yeah, that was
used
the play.
other things.
The problem was
Um,
not the room itself; it was a monster like now flooding the rest of the map, and it
Yeah.
was,
Yeah, and they pincered me.
yeah,
And then I had to use a fire crystal. Like I used so
Wow.
many items to get out of that.
And it didn't
That's
soft lock
crazy.
the game, so that's good because fire crystals can have a chance of soft locking.
Yep.
So that was a bold move. I would never use those things willingly. They're the worst things in the world to me.
Honestly, it was probably my only chance to get out of that.
And second game, Sand Knight, you went for 40 and you found 2 glaciers in a small hallway. And then Queenie went blind, and then they sniped you with a glacier. So
Yeah, the tower was like, no, the next match is being played now. Just
yeah,
Yeah,
okay, that's
Luigi's
cool.
done. Hurry up.
yeah. I was like, all right, that's cool.
Yeah, no,
but the rest of the run was awesome. I was always around about 8 floors in front.
Yeah,
of
you were
Luigi.
Blocking up the tower.
Right from the get-go. What floor was it that I got stuck on? Like 6 or 7?
418.
Oh, that
Oh,
one
no,
too.
sorry, no.
There was an early floor I was stuck on too.
I think it was
Yeah.
7. You were struggling on either. You're right. You had 6 or 7. You were struggling really heavily on that.
I think that's the one where I had the cursed diamond and cursed dream wand.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, it might be that.
Yeah, you had double curse.
I just couldn't do enough damage, so. And then I saw him flying up the floors, so I said, "Well, I gotta try and fly."
And that's the main thing is that mentality of like if you're like 2 or 3 floors behind, you can make that up. Once you hit 5+ floors behind your opponent, you have to take some serious change in the gameplay to catch up at that point. Because if you
Yeah.
keep playing at your own pace, and it's like, oh, now it's 9 floors or 10 floors.
And I think that's what Sand Knight caught on to yesterday. Because I tend to fight more. So if I'm
Yeah.
relatively even on floors or a little bit ahead, I'll fight even more to keep gaining levels.
Yes.
But he was rushing me, and that threw me off, and I couldn't fight anymore. It stopped me from saving my items for higher up by fighting.
Yeah, I realized that when I let you play at your pace, you're absolutely unstoppable.
Yeah, I
even
noticed
on-
that right away.
Yeah,
I was like, oh, he's different.
And I'm absolutely gonna give it to you. And like this game is really luck based, but there is absolutely skill involved, and I consider myself a good player. I know how to play, but I'm gonna say this. Yeah, I'm gonna say this, Luigi. On even ground, if we get the same pace, like let's say neither of us were trying to go faster, we were just on the same floor because, well, reasons. I cannot fight against you. Man, this was absolutely incredible to watch.
Yeah. And the thing is, again, Captain Luigi, you are quote, quote, not a speedrunner. You won the speedrunning Zero Dreams tournament. How do you feel?
Well, I mean, I didn't do it by speedrunning. Speedrunners don't typically fight every monster they see.
No, but at the same time,
that's my technique, is to stay away from pincers by getting rid of monsters.
Yeah, but the thing is, okay, let's look at this. You knocked Fee down to the loser's bracket for your first match.
Yeah.
You lost against the Darcis, and then to come back, you knocked out Don Chad H, who is a high contender or a dark horse of the tournament, whatever the term is. And then you moved on to Poulet, who knocked me out of the tournament 0-2. Then you knocked him out of the tournament 2-0. And then you versed the Darcis, who is the 80% world record holder, and you knocked him out of the tournament. You then reset the bracket as 2-0 against Sand Knight, and you took Sand Knight again 2-0.
Yeah,
like,
I guess I could say I'm a speedrunner. You got me.
Like,
it's official, I guess.
Yeah, you knocked down some of our best runners in the tournament.
Yes.
And the people who know the most about this game, and like again, me and Sand Knight, Darcis, and Don Forgo, we made the guide for new runners. And you knocked out majority of the people in that.
Well, the thing is, in the guide, I have all that information already knew. Like, I already knew all that stuff.
Yeah.
It was just to play faster. Make my plans a little faster.
Yeah.
No, I had all the knowledge. I just never went fast.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing, is like this game is great for just picking up. I'm sure you can assure that one. If you've played the game casually, fun fact, you probably haven't beat it casually, because this game is really, really difficult casually.
Yeah, it is.
But if you have played this game before, or you played other Mystery Dungeon games, you're qualified to play this game. It just takes we have Baldwin made a wonderful monster guide.
Yes.
We have a wonderful beginner's guide for different mechanics that people aren't aware of. We're going to have to update because we learned so many different things. We have video tutorials from Sand Knight himself, which goes into detail about all these things. I've done an AI1 manipulation tutorial. I'm pretty sure at some point Kane can easily do a bookless tutorial, because he's taken the category I made and broken it to the point where everyone can understand it, really.
Oh yeah, I have a written tutorial, but I can do a video of it too.
It's like 3 hours and 28 minutes faster than my first ever run of that game. So we have so many resources for so many new runners. So if people are interested, feel free to join. This is our final time we're going to be on Speed Gaming for this particular tournament. We'll be back, obviously. But,
and we'll be back soon. Like we were talked about the fact that there was going to be a new tournament. I think you touched on it, Shawnee, but like beginning of June, we're already starting to prep for the other one. And if you are to join, it's going to be before then. So we're going to announce really, really soonish. Yeah, really soon.
Basically, the mods need to have a big call and talk it out. And then we have to consult the community who have joined. Again, we went from like 12, 13 people like in the tournament, and like probably 20 people in the Discord, to now having over 200 people in the Discord. So we'll make sure we pass through with everyone. Everyone's okay with the rules. Get things drafted up, because you guys joined for a reason. So
we're gonna do a new tournament for this, and Gerard, we will change the format, but not so much. So expect the same rules, but in a new settings. Let's call it that for now. Yeah.
Yeah, well, we're still working things out. Discord, absolutely. Here you go. There's a link. Everyone's just going to post the link now because we're all here. I think that's going to be it, because we're probably going to save a lot for Sand Knight's stream. I'll be talking with Sand Knight.
We'll
go through the bracket. Yeah, and we'll probably have a call beforehand to figure out, like you said, the Lemon Awards or Lemon Prizes.
Yep, absolutely.
And
so follow that channel I just posted if you want to recap this tournament and to know what's going to go on perhaps for the next tournament.
Yeah, and also we'll be posting the links and stuff like that, and alerting people on the Azure Dreams Discord channel as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
Trust me, we'll go over all this when we come around. We'll answer more questions about the format. But yeah, we have currently the May tournament is going on for the Azure Dreams Game Boy Color one. And that's a really cool run. It's really been fun to watch. And how many people have been talking about it. Like, again, we started off with the PS1 only in our Discord. Now we're both the Game Boy Color and the PS1 version.
Yeah, exactly. The reason... Oh, sorry.
There's always new messages in that channel. Like, it's crazy.
They're constantly knocking down the times, talking strats and whatever. And it's amazing that, again, people love Azure Dreams. People who have not played the game before, who have picked it up, like Professor Palmer. It's great. Yes, there is VODs of all. I've been keeping track of them in a Google Doc in the race organization on a pin thing. All the previous matches have been posted. You can check them on there.
Super easy to follow. Like, you just put them in the order they actually went on, so it's really cool.
Yeah. So you can see I've been working and making sure that's the case, and then now this is the final run. We've done that. We'll probably try to get a couple races still. Like, if people want to have friendlies, we could probably organize things with speed gaming and do whatever. Like, it's not the end, but it's the end of this tournament at least. So sadness, but
yeah.
Hey, it's finally done. We didn't think this would go on. Okay. When we first started this tournament, I'll say this: we'll wrap things up because we're pushing time now.
No, it's all right.
I never expected for so many people to improve the way they have. This tournament went from like 80% was the scariest category ever to we have now, 12 people on a leaderboard?
There's quite a few.
13. You have 13. Oh, no, sorry,
80% runner.
We have 9 people on the leaderboard for any percent from for a category which people find terrifying. But we have so much information out there. People are able to pick up and play a roguelike game from beginning to end.
Yeah.
I'm super proud of this community for that because that is a huge achievement in its own.
Absolutely. When I first started to run this game, I actually made like 40 attempts before I got one in. And now with the new techniques I've learned from you guys, I actually do it like every week.
Yeah, it used to be crazy. Like floor 16 was like normally the average before. Now I'd say 25 to 30 is the average for a run now.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Honestly, we probably have like a 15 to 20% success rate.
Yeah,
which was less than 2% before.
Yeah, so things have been changing. If you want to get in on it, like I said, we're here. But I think we're going to wrap things up and save things for Sand Knight's stream. So we'll post a link in the Azure Dreams Discord, or again, follow Sand Knight's channel.
Yeah, it'll be in 2 hours. So if you guys are still up, you can come in and have some fun. First, big thank you to all the runners that came into the tournament. Some of you have been kicked out quite a while ago, but you were still a big part of what it is. And it has been crazy to see that 12 people came in when the community was probably like 20% strong. So that was kind of big at that time. Can't wait to see how many people are going to join the next one.
And we have some very skilled players joining.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Which is scary.
Yeah, Kane wasn't around at the start of the tournament. Kane would easily be able to be a huge contender in the tournament now.
Kane and Wooga?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Wooga's got skill.
Yeah, he's got skill.
I'm terrified of him.
Yeah. So next tournament, I think the threshold of the average skill level has gone up considerably. But I think we should wrap it up. I posted the links. Our runners today were Sand Knight and Captain Luigi. Be sure to follow them.
Yeah, follow our... Sorry.
No, because I've finished Shiny 7188, and my co-commentator was Kane the Brain, who's a world record holder in book lists, and he, for some reason, can run that game immensely and not get bored of it. It's amazing.
That's Kane for you.
I get mad at the racetrack, and that's about it.
I still haven't found a better way of doing that, but I think that's it. I think we will call it. Thank you, everyone, for watching.
Yes, and thank you very much to Speed Gaming Crew. You guys have been huge in making this a success, and we're really happy to have had the chance to have you as tech guys and streamers. It's been awesome. Everyone, thank you very much for this. If you're listening to this, you have my thanks. See you around in the next tournament, which will be really close. See you guys.
Yes. And this has been an absolute wonderful experience, and likewise, we'll be back. So everyone take care.
Bye.
Bye-bye.